Hello, and how you doing? And welcome back to Two Jagoffs. I am Austin Cairns, joined here with
Lucas Kuhns and the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, and the Four Horsemen. And welcome back to Two Jagoffs, and welcome to Point Park's ever so beautiful media hub. What is this, like 3 weeks in a row now we get to say we've been here, Lucas?
Something like that.
It's been amazing. Of course, we will return to Jagoff headquarters one day, but until that happens, I'm not complaining at all by being right here with all this beautiful space. We get to be on camera. I get to show off my insane NFL hat collection that I have at home.
Insane NFL hat collection.
Yeah, I mean, I just have like every team, unfortunately.
Terrible, lucky, killed your own receiver. Sucks.
Well, Falcons are okay, but...
No.
Okay. We also got all the Two Jagoffs merch. We'll be trying to get some merch out to you guys here very soon.
Little podcast.
We got... Shut up. We got the Four Horsemen in the flesh.
One of those right here.
You got your rip-off Gannon bottle, and we also got ourselves. Notice one person is missing, though. My dad, unfortunately, could not make it. I don't exactly know the status of my dad these next couple of weeks. I don't want to get too personal, but my dad's full-time job is unfortunately keeping him at work a little bit later on certain days. He's a very busy man, so I'm wishing my dad nothing but the best. I love you, Dad. I hope it all goes well. Go kick some ass in those meetings, and we'll kick ass here on Two Jagoffs for you while you're gone. In the meantime, though, Lucas, we're going to run it back like we practically did all of last season whenever the same thing happened this time of year last year.
Yep.
So we're going to go through and recap all the games from week 1 and predict the games in week 2. And just so this episode isn't 3 hours long, we'll recap the games as we go along with the predictions as well. Before we get into that, though, I do want to ask you this real quick, Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
We did have an interview this past Sunday, arguably one of the biggest yet. Almost had press here for it.
Really?
Andrew Stocky. How about that? WTAE's very own. I know you listened to it a little bit because I saw you send me a clip of us calling you out in it. Not calling you out, just shouting you out, I would say.
Well, you told me to clip it. You said, Lucas, clip that.
I did.
I clipped it.
You did? You did? How? W social media manager or what? Absolutely. That's why he's here. That's why he is the Triple P, the Point Park prodigy. Come on, damn it.
Flatter my ego.
Yeah, get with the program, y'all. Well, you're my bodyguard, so I got to pay you well.
Oh,
I got to pay you with...
Pay me with kindness.
Pay you with
Until the cameras turn off.
Until the cameras turn off. Then back to the basement you go. There's no basement in the media hub.
I mean, there probably is, actually. You never know how... Like, that security guard says that. Like, he guards that door. Like, we don't know what happens behind that door.
You're putting out a conspiracy that the Point Park security... Oh.
He's actually pretty chill, though. But, like, there might be some underground organization running it.
Maybe he doesn't even know about it. Maybe they hired him.
Maybe they told him that, like...
Because he's a good guy. I don't think he would.
They make donuts down there to pay bodyguards with.
Dude, we're breaking in.
We are breaking in.
We're breaking in. Dunkin'.
Oh, Boston cream.
We need... Caramel donuts, caramel swirl. Oh, my God.
What?
We're going out. You never had the glazed donuts with, like, the caramel icing on top?
I just like Boston cream. Boston cream is like literally my favorite donut and the only one I ever get.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I'm not a really big Boston cream guy, but I respect people who
How?
are. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of the cream-filled donuts. That's just me. That's just me.
I was going to make a joke.
Personal preference.
I'll hold back on that one.
Thanks. I already see where that's going. Anyway, though, what'd you think of Andrew Stocky? Good old Stocky on the podcast for the first time.
I'm
shocked I pulled that interview.
I'm not as shocked as you were. I knew it was going to happen from the day you said it. Because you told me it happened. And you told me that you got him confirmed. So I wasn't worried about it.
What about the episode itself?
It's pretty good.
Nothing stood out to you?
Huh?
Nothing stood out in that interview?
I mean, besides the fact that it was him, not really, no.
No.
I mean, it was a good one. It was definitely better than some previous guests that we've had on.
Oh, yeah.
Not to name names or anything. Kevin.
well, Kevin, I can agree with you.
And others I actually won't name because they're friends of the podcast.
They are friends of the podcast. And we do respect everybody that came on.
Except Kevin.
Except for Kevin. But I do want to actually touch on something that he said in this episode and actually touch on what today is. Because Andrew Stocky shared his story on it. And we are also, and I'm not going to be able to, I wish my dad was here. I was actually kind of really hoping my dad would be here for this week because today actually marks the 24th year anniversary of the horrific terrorist attacks that took place on September 11th, 2001 in New York City, the field up in PA, which is now known as Flight 93, and of course the Pentagon in DC. I always find it fascinating to hear where people were during 9/11 because and Stocky brought up a great point. There's always those sports moments where you're like, okay, where were you when the Steelers
won in 2009?
I was crying in my living room during that Super Bowl. But where were you during the Steelers winning the Super Bowl? Where were you when when Rodgers came back and threw back-to-back Hail Marys in the playoffs? Where were you when this happened? Like, there's always those where what happened moments. And 9/11 was one that, unfortunately, our generation can't speak on, Lucas, because we weren't alive for it. I was born in 03, and you were what, 06?
07.
07. Oh, even younger than I thought. 03 and 07. Yeah, I'm giving you a compliment.
I said thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
But I was born 03, you were born 07, and pretty much everyone here at Point Park wasn't really around for that time. But hearing the stories and hearing the moments that were made after the first fall of the first building and then the second fall of the second building, it's tragic, man. It's really heartbreaking. And I see so many people out there making all these different memorials and all these different sites. I was up in Lake Erie with my parents, and they have right outside the Lake Erie Library, they actually have like a little 9/11 memorial site. It has like all the names of all the victims printed out on this board, and it's like in the shape of an American flag. So it's red, white, and blue, which is pretty badass, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It has all the names all laid out. It has like a resemblance of what the first tower looked like. It has the plane logo and everything. And I don't know if you've ever been to any of the museums or not, but I was at the one in DC. It's not as good as the other two, I will say. I feel like they could have upped theirs, but they also have like the Holocaust Museum down there, and they have a bunch of other ones, which is pretty cool. But the one up in PA by my camp at Flight 93, that one is beautiful. They did such a good job at creating exactly what happened on those days, and you can feel that eerie feeling as you walk through those halls and walk down over where the rock is on where the plane originally crashed. I've never been to the ones up in New York City. I've been by it, but never actually been in it. I would love to go there, just to explore it.
Yeah.
Up at the crash site. But no, it's an awful day that needs to be remembered. There's a reason why we say never forget. I'm a big history nerd outside this. I'm not going to make this political at all because there's no need to make this political. It's about lives that were lost. But I feel like every year on 9/11, we should celebrate it. Yesterday on Steel City Commuters, Robbie and Smikowski came on, and he touched on it and told his story. Stocky this past Sunday told his. I really wish my dad was here to tell his story on it because I've heard it a couple times before, and I feel like it's something that would be cool to share. So I apologize to the viewers out there that we don't have any 9/11 stories to share with you because I do find it interesting to hear where people were. Because some people may have just been at work, at school, the dentist like Stocky was, but I was still in the womb. You don't exactly know where you are, but it's something that needs to be remembered and need to be talked about.
Yeah, no, obviously a tragic event. It would be cool to have your dad's story because, I mean, I wasn't even a thought yet. At the time of it, something that is now definitely much more not like taken care of, but like there's a lot more anticipation for bad stuff to happen to the point now where people just don't, like our generation doesn't really care about it now because we just assume like nothing like that could ever happen. Like who really cares? But no, it should definitely be talked about more and definitely be learned about. I don't like the amount of people that don't really care and don't even probably realize what tomorrow is.
And I'm so glad that you said that, dude, because on the episode yesterday with Robbie, that was something that we talked about. And Robbie was actually pretty impressed. He was like, I'm shocked that you guys are talking about this because not to take shots at your generation, but not many people want to talk about it anymore. It's barely even taught in the classrooms, which he's right. And we were both right when we were having that conversation because a lot of people just say, okay, yeah, it was just a terrorist attack. No, it wasn't just a terrorist attack. It was a terrorist attack on our country, which at the time was pretty divided, almost as divided as it is right now. And if you remember, well, obviously we don't remember, but if we go back in the history books and look, Lucas, it united the country. Two divided fronts came together as one that day and said, we need to fight back on terror. Now, obviously, the events leading afterwards was a whole catastrophe. We don't need to get into the political side or the war side of things. But the day itself and what happened needs to be talked about and needs to be remembered. I don't like the word celebrated because it's a terrorist attack. I don't like using that word with it. I like the word remembered. So let's all take a moment, remember, reflect, and learn about what happened on 9/11 because history does repeat itself. It eventually will. I'm not saying we're going to have another 9/11, but there's been other tragic events since 9/11, which is pretty similar. And it just shows that if we can be together as one united country, we can really take things to the next level. Without being too sad and too down, which again, this is a day where we're supposed to look back and reflect, we do have a lot of great games lined up. And this year on September 11th, not only are we remembering, we also have a great Thursday night football game. A really good Thursday night football game at that. Two of the best teams, two of the favorites to be in the NFC Championship this year. We got the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. And I apologize. I do this when I'm at the other studio. I usually have the scores on my phone so I don't mess it up. And we do our little weekly pick'em pulls here as well. So you're going to see us checking them off as we go along. I can't remember all the scores. I'm sorry. I'm not as advanced as I would like to be.
You got to get my pen out.
You got to get your pen out, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve carries it for me. Pretty reliable source.
Well, the Green Bay Packers and Washington Commanders both had divisional games in week 1. The Packers dominated the Detroit Lions, winning 27-13. The score was practically 27-6 until the garbage time, and then Lions finally put up a score. Green Bay ultimately came up with the win. The Commanders can say the same thing. They won their game 21-6 against the New York Giants. Lucas, I'm going to go to you on this one first. Jaden Daniels and Jordan Love, 2 underrated players that are being talked about in the MVP conversation early on. What's your thoughts on tonight's game? It's tough.
You had to go to me first, didn't you?
I did.
Washington and Green Bay both played really good. Like you said, Green Bay should have not. The other score didn't matter. It was basically, what, 23-6 you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was basically 23-6 the whole game. Parsons was a beast. Dallas sold so hard. But it's hard to say which team did better because teams play different whenever you're versing a divisional opponent rather than someone else. But I feel like both teams almost have to treat this as a divisional game, but because of the fact that either one of these teams losing could screw them in the late season, and these teams are probably gonna be pretty high up in the postseason, and there's a good chance that they're even versing each other in the postseason. So I feel like it's actually gonna be a pretty fierce game. I think it's gonna be just as serious as the last 2 games played. I'm actually gonna choose Green Bay for the simple fact that they're at home. I have no other reason that I'm picking them over Washington. Just at home.
I'm going to agree with you and also pick the Green Bay Packers, but I'm going to give you a couple other reasons why I would pick them aside from home field advantage. Obviously, Lambeau Field on the bright lights on Thursday nights is a great reason to pick them, and I'm not going to dispute that at all. But I will also say this to you. The Green Bay Packers have a much better defense than the Washington Commanders. The Commanders' defense isn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. They're relatively well. They held the Giants to only 6 points. And don't laugh at that. The Giants actually have a pretty solid O-line and actually have some talent in that receiving room. So it's not like they were playing a complete bunch of scrubs and backups. Green Bay, though, has Micah Parsons now. And even before Micah Parsons, this defense was already projected to be a top 10 defense in the league. Jordan Love in the offense is what takes it over the top and what makes this team spectacular. They may be a Super Bowl favorite for so many people out there right now, and that's for good reason. The Green Bay Packers are a good football team. Washington is also good. But Jaden Daniels, I'm watching that sophomore slump. It didn't show in week 1, but it's bound to happen, and I hope it doesn't. But if it does, we've expected it. For that reason and that reason alone, I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers. This game is more of a test for Jaden Daniels to see how he does under pressure. And we've seen him under pressure before. 5 late season comebacks last year. Jaden Daniels is incredible. Can he continue that against Green Bay? That's the storyline I'm looking forward to.
Moving on to Sunday.
We are on Sunday. We got a divisional game.
Cleveland at Baltimore. Do you mind if I take over real quick? Because I'm sure you have more to say than I do. So I'll just get my little piece over real quick.
Go right ahead.
Cleveland actually played I wouldn't say a solid game because the Bengals played a really bad game, but they kept on pace with them the whole time. I mean, the final score was 17-16 Bengals. It was a close game. Mm-hmm. I thought that the Bengals were going to play much better, and I thought that Cleveland was going to get stomped on. Oh, Baltimore. Oh, Baltimore. Well, what was the score going? Wasn't it 40-20 something?
26.
26. How do you lose 41-40 in the last couple seconds of the game? That was absolutely insane to me. Derrick Henry did phenomenal until his fumble. Mm-hmm. Lamar Jackson, I will say, actually surprised me. He had a very good game against a team that I thought he was going to struggle against. I thought this was going to be like a low-scoring game because of how good the teams are. He had a good game. I'm almost sad to see him lose it as a Steelers fan who hates the Ravens. It's tough to see him lose that one, though, especially as something me and you talked about on the phone. Now everyone's going to say that he sucks and is overrated whenever it's practically his team that lost him the game. This is going to be another close game, but the way that Baltimore played against a top team and the way that the Bengals played against a rival, and I know, obviously, Baltimore and Cleveland, it could go 50-50. I'm personally choosing Baltimore, though. Honestly, I think that Baltimore is going to struggle to keep Cleveland down. But I think that Baltimore's just going to score more points than Cleveland can at the end of the day.
The Cleveland Browns did everything I said they were going to do except for seal the deal and win the game. You see, I know you and my dad gave me that weird look last week when I said the Bengals were going to struggle immensely against this Browns team and that they would need a prayer to win. Guess what? They got more than a prayer. They got like 3 missed field goals and an extra point missed. That was one of the worst kicking performances that I have ever seen.
I can't believe
the Cleveland
Browns.
Job. I can't either. The Cleveland Browns should be 1-0 right now after that game. That offense was putrid. How do you have a combined 60 yards with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins? That is just a disgrace. That's number one. But we'll talk more about the Bengals and Browns later on as we get to that. Talking about this shootout of a game. What a game we had between the Ravens and Bills. Both Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen continues to prove why they are arguably the two best quarterbacks in the league. But at the end of the day, it's all great in week one. But is it going to matter when it comes playoff time? That's the storyline we're going to be talking about all season. Here's my issue with Baltimore. They are my Super Bowl favorite this year, and I stand on that. I love Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry did everything right in that game up until that fumble. That fumble is what costed them the game against the Buffalo Bills. So, yes, Derrick Henry, he's probably the first running back to ever rush for 200-plus yards and still cost them the game. That's probably, which is a crazy stat.
That's something weird to be able to say.
It's weird to say, but it's the truth. And Lamar played exceptionally well. Josh Allen just played better. So here's what I'm going to say going into this game. I am picking the Cleveland Browns because I think history will repeat itself. Remember last season how Baltimore should have beat the Kansas City Chiefs and they lost week one? And then week two, we all expected them to blow out the Raiders. But what ended up happening? The Raiders won a close one. It seems like history's starting to repeat itself. Everybody expected the Bills and Ravens to be this close game and the Ravens will barely come out on top. And it was, but the Ravens lost. Now they're playing a week two opponent, which should be an easy win, move on, go into week three. Nope, not happening this year. I'm picking the Cleveland Browns. I've learned from my history, and I think history is going to repeat itself.
Can I just say that's crazy that Derrick Henry at yards per carry was 9 point something?
It's crazy, almost the first down.
That's what I was telling someone in my English class. I was like, being able to say that you almost get a first down every time you touch the ball is insane. He didn't just have like one touch; he had 18 touches,
which is crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I'm not gonna say anything about other running backs, but whenever we get down to about the mid of the paper, I'm gonna have a couple questions about a certain running back.
All right. Well, I can't wait to hear those questions. Speaking of the Bengals will also be at home at 1:00. They are hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars, who happen to beat the Carolina Panthers 26-10. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't the best performance out of Jacksonville. Although they did win this game, it still was a sloppy win regardless. Trevor Lawrence looks solid, but outside of that, there's obvious work that needs to be done within this team. Tank Bigsby is now traded to the Eagles. I found that to be very interesting. I thought Bigsby was a good third down back, a big power heavy back, but they got ETN. They got a pretty heavy room, so he's not needed. I guess he's the odd guy out here. I don't know why you would trade him to Philadelphia of all teams, but that's neither here nor there. This game's tough just for the simple fact that Cincinnati struggles early on in the season. I think now Cincinnati's going to start to get into that rhythm a little bit. They're going to start to put the pieces to the puzzle together. I don't see them losing their home game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, if they lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars at home, we really have to have a conversation, especially on their opening game at home. Yeah, no. Give me the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals as well. I see no reason why this should be a close loss for Cincinnati. I could see it being maybe a close win, but if it's a close loss at home, as you said, yeah, that's gonna be a rough start for them, especially with how close they already had their first game being. Mm-hmm. I would like to see them win by 2 touchdowns. That should be something easy to ask for against Jacksonville, but I don't know what to expect after their first game, honestly. But I do think Cincinnati is winning this game.
I've been waiting for this game. New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys. We talked about the Giants earlier, 21-6 loss, obviously, to the Washington Commanders. But the Cowboys, Thursday night football last week. They got a lot of rest to prepare for this divisional opponent. They actually lost to the Philadelphia Eagles 24-20. Now, I know there was the Jalen Carter spitting incident that happened. I would like to hold off on that if that's okay with you. Let's wait till we get to Philadelphia, since that's more of a Philadelphia issue. I want to talk strictly Dallas here for a second. George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, and Dak Prescott honestly didn't look half bad. CeeDee Lamb had, 4 drops in that game against Philadelphia?
Very important drops.
4 very important drops. If we break down... Good?
I was just going to say, George Pickens already has his first personal foul of the year.
He does. But outside of the drops and outside of the personal foul, which, let's be honest, we all knew was going to happen going into the season, they put together some solid routes. You really got to look past the calls and actually look at the plays that were made. Yes, those plays should have been brought back. Yes, if Pickens didn't throw a temper tantrum and if CD actually caught the football, yeah, they're in prime position to win this game. But the Dallas Cowboys actually looked solid for once, and I got to give them credit. Where they didn't look solid was on the back end of the football. That defense was atrocious. Yes, you held Philadelphia to 24 points, but I'm not sold at all on this defensive squad. Maybe if you had an elite pass rusher to stop the run and to stop the Philadelphia Eagles, you would be able to win this game. But he happens to be a Green Bay Packer now. I'm not going to lie to you, Lucas. I see Dallas bouncing back against New York. New York did not look as good as I thought they were going to be. I still feel like they'll give them a hard time since the divisional game. I'm going to give me Dallas at home in their home opener.
Yeah, I'm taking Dallas as well. It seems to be a trend where every time the Steelers get rid of a player that people say they should have kept, they just play awfully. Because Russell Wilson looked terrible. I was ready for him to have a good game, but now the coach said that him starting is not even guaranteed. That's crazy. And Dallas, not to go too far off track, but did you see the memes where people were saying, we all know George Pickens was foaming at the mouth. He didn't get the first PI of the year.
Yes. That's so crazy.
No, but I see Dallas winning this as well. It shouldn't be a rough game for them. I don't know what just happened with my watch. I thought someone was calling me, but no one tried calling me. Just started vibrating like crazy. Dallas shouldn't struggle with this. Like you said, the defense is a little concerning. If only they had a top 3 defensive player on the team that's also one of the best pass rushers on their team, that's also a great player, and that there should be no worries about resigning.
If only.
If only. We're all living in Jerry's world.
So you're also picking Dallas?
I'm also picking Dallas.
Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions. The story of the NFC North continues. We talked about the Lions already in their beatdown of a game against the Packers, but the Bears on Monday Night Football a couple of nights ago experienced a detriment to their organization, to say the least. The Minnesota Vikings, with second-year quarterback practically entering his rookie season, if you really think about it, J.J. McCarthy, looked like a cone the first 3 quarters of that game.
He looked terrible.
But in the fourth quarter, 21 unanswered points, lighting things up, looking like a prime Tom Brady, led the Vikings to a comeback win against the Bears. Now, I have a lot to say about Mr. McCarthy because you all know that I'm very critical of J.J. McCarthy. I've been critical of him since college. So I'm going to save my Vikings talk when we get there. Talking about the Bears, though, not even a Ben Johnson offensive masterclass could save this team. I was very disappointed in the Bears not closing off that game, but I was also not very surprised. The Bears are an up-and-coming team. They proved to me that they can hang with some of their top teams in their division. They proved to me that they're not going to get blown out by Detroit or Green Bay or Minnesota this year. It's different. They're going to hang in there with them. But closing off the games is what's going to take them to the playoffs, which is why I don't see them in the playoffs this year. I don't think they're going to give Detroit too much of a hard time, though. I think Detroit's going to take this one at home. It was pretty embarrassing to see that they only had 6 points up until that garbage time score, which led to 13. I don't think Detroit's going to do it 2 weeks in a row. Yes, it is Ben Johnson facing his former team, but if you know anything about mentor versus mentoree, mentor usually wins. Give me the Lions.
The Bears were not very good.
No, they weren't.
I mean, I thought they were pretty good, and then the fourth quarter rolled around. Detroit also looked pretty bad. As I said last time, I thought they were going to lose the game, and I thought they were going to have a slow start to the season, which is why I'm kind of concerned that they might lose this week, especially against the Chicago Bears, which would be pretty bad for them. But I'm actually going to stick with Detroit. On paper, they have an elite team. That team just can't seem to pull it together at all times. I found it kind of funny that the Dallas coaching staff of last year the Detroit coaching staff of last year is 0-3 right now on 3 different teams. But Detroit at home is like a different team almost. Like whenever they're away, that's a good point. It's a challenge, but at home, the fans get into it and the players get into it, and it's electric. So I'm picking Detroit.
How about this next game? I find this one interesting. Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots. If this was like 7 years ago, this would be easily a primetime classic because of Ryan Fitzpatrick and Tom Brady going to war. I mean, I don't know if you remember those days. Those were crazy days. Crazy Miami Miracle, you name it. But this time around, we have to see the Miami Dolphins, who ended up losing badly. I'm talking really bad, Lucas. 33 to 8. To the Indianapolis Colts.
They made Daniel Jones look like a prime Tom Brady.
They did. And then the Patriots suffered a loss of their own. Not too bad, only 20-13 to the Las Vegas Raiders, which, hey, shout out to Jake Levinsky. The Raiders actually looked pretty solid. We'll get to them.
God.
We'll get to them later on.
Yeah, now he's going to say that their ceiling's 12 instead of 10.
Great. If you would have asked me this going into week 1, I would have picked Miami. I got to pick New England now. I'm sorry. Drake May nearly threw for 300 yards, even though he had several incompletions, bad throws. There's no way that I see the Dolphins winning after that performance. Tua is officially on the hot seat. Tyreek Hill is probably on the trade block. Jalen Waddle, my condolences to you. This team is awful. Absolutely awful. Give me the Patriots.
Yeah, Tua turned the ball over. Is not a great quarterback anymore. He's failed my expectations. Tyreek Hill crashing out on the bench made my night. I'm not going to lie. He's probably going back to Kansas City because if he comes to the Steelers, I might cry. We finally just fixed our locker room issues, and now they might come back to bite us. Miami's god-awful. I want to be honest. I don't see them winning at all, and it sucks because we just sent Minka there, so we just sent him to his career doom. Ramsey absolutely dogged for us, though, so I like that trade a lot now after watching the game, but we'll get more into that later. I'm picking New England. The fact that Drake May threw for over 300 yards and still lost, only having 13 points, is sad. He's trying his best to ball out here in his second year, and it's just this team's not doing much for him.
He doesn't have the talent built around him yet, and there was a lot of injuries coming out of camp, so people are going to give May the unfair treatment. Oh, how is people saying May is better than Daniels, and Daniels is 2 years younger and already did all this. Okay, you put Drake May in that same offense with Jaden Daniels. I'm not saying he's going to go all the way to the NFC Championship, but he's certainly going to get a winning record and beat Dallas.
I mean, I also say that Daniels is better, but
I mean, I agree with you, Daniels is better, but I mean, put Drake May in that offense, you put Daniels up in New England, Daniels ain't winning more than 5 games. That team is awful. He has no supporting cast.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if we talk about Daniel Jones, he might win.
So, don't you start.
No, but yeah, I think New England's gonna win this game.
How about the Niners? Bang bang Niner gang. Bang bang injuries galore. I told you, it's every other year with the Niners. It feels like injuries are happening, and they did pull off a win, 17-13. I'll be honest, they should not have won this game. There's an unfair call at the end of the game, in my opinion, and I did not like the kicking performance from the Niners at all. You saw Jake Moody literally got cut the day after the game, and there's a reason for that.
I was actually surprised.
Good on the Niners for doing so. I'm not saying Moody's a bad kicker. I don't want to take shots at anybody, but let's just say that's not the first time he's had bad kicks like that. The Saints ended up losing a close one to the Cardinals, 20-13. A lot of people expect the Saints to be bad, including myself. I expect them to be the worst team in football. I'm not going to give them much attention like my dad says, but I will say Cam Jordan and Kool-Aid McKinstry both looked great. The Saints have a couple of underrated defensive players that may sneak into the Pro Bowl this year and may sneak into that NFL Top 100, so don't be shocked there. Outside of that, that's where the story ends. The offense is god-awful. Give me the Niners here. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be like Arizona's game. It's going to be very similar to Arizona's game. It's going to be close. The Saints are going to give them a hard time, but the Niners are going to pull away with a win.
All right, here's my problem with San Francisco. Brock Purdy's out for the week, probably. Kittle's out for probably a long time. And here's my biggest problem. Christian McCaffrey, my friend. You had 22 carries. That's more than Derrick Henry, by the way. All he was able to do with that was put up 69 yards with a 3.1 average and his longest rush being 13 yards, which is good. But the fact that you're getting 3.1 a carry whenever people are comparing you to Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, that's not good. That is not good stats right there. I know he's coming off of injury, but I don't know. I was disappointed by his performance throughout that game. And the problem is now that Brock Purdy's out, who's their backup quarterback?
Ooh, for the Niners?
Yeah.
That's actually a great question. I have no clue. Oh, Mac Jones.
Oh, God.
Mac Jones.
Is it fair to say the Saints are going to get one win this season?
If you want to. Is that your pick?
No. They're going to be heavily relying on the running back game. So if Christian McCaffrey doesn't step it up this week, this could be like a 10-7 game.
So you're going Niners still?
I'm going Niners, but it's going to be a bad week. I mean, debatably a top 3 tight end in the league. Well, not debatably in my opinion. A top 3 tight end in my league, or in the league, is gone. Your quarterback is gone, and your running back that's supposed to be legendary can't get more than 3 yards a carry.
It's gonna be interesting.
But I will be picking San Francisco.
Bills and Jets, AFC East battle ignited. We talked about the Bills already with their phenomenal comeback win. The Jets actually put up a really good fight against the Pittsburgh Steelers, losing that game 34-32. I will say Justin Fields looked really good. 16 for 22, 218 yards, over 100 QBR, 1 passing touchdown. Looked phenomenal in the running game too, with 48 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. I'm going to sit up here and say the New York Jets are going to give the Bills a hard time, just like the Steelers. but there is no way that I see them actually toppling the Bills after what the Bills just did to the Ravens. So give me Josh Allen, give me the Buffalo Bills. Allen is easily the front runner for MVP right now after what he just did to Lamar Jackson last night, and he's probably going to be the front runner until Lamar has some sort of spectacular performance. Outside of that, though, give credit where credit is due. The Jets' biggest weakness last year was the running attack. Pittsburgh did not have an answer for it. They just continued to fire back on offense. It was a shootout. Steelers won that shootout. Rodgers is known for that. The Jets are going to give the Bills a hard time. It's going to be Buffalo, though, in the end.
Yeah, I'll save most of my opinions for the next game because the next game is actually Pittsburgh as well. I will say this. Justin Fields had a very good game. He just needs to stop questioning himself. It seemed like sometimes he's a little conflicted on whether to throw or just to keep running it. And I'm actually going to say that could be a reason that they actually lost that game at the end. That pass there, I think he could have ran and actually got the first down. Or at least got it close. Like, throwing it there just seemed dumb to me. He's been running it the whole game, and our defense was not tackling him in time. I mean, I know we had 3 guys there, but I think he gets it if he just runs instead of throwing it. And then Ramsey, of course, got that big hit right there at the end that ended the game. But besides that, no, he played a very good game. Their offense played very good. Their defense played good. But I don't see them beating Buffalo at all. Buffalo is just easily the best team in the league right now.
Seattle Seahawks, Pittsburgh Steelers. First of 2 of the last 1 o'clock games we have. You're the Steelers fan, Lucas.
I'm the Steelers fan.
I got to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. The Jets gave the Steelers a really hard time week 1.
Yeah.
You concerned?
Kind of, but not really. I mean, our wide receiver 1 is doing on his first year of this team. Our quarterback 1 is on the first year of this team. Mm-hmm. The thing I was most concerned about is the defense. Cam Hayward, I have a lot of issues with him right now. With how much he talked about, leaving, needing more money, being disrespected. In the first 2 quarters alone, I actively watched him miss 5 tackles, very important tackles. I was very disappointed in him. I'm not happy with him. I think that paying him the extra money, I was not a fan of that at all. You talk about being a team leader, you talk about being the bigger man, and that was not the bigger man or a team leader at all. TJ Watt, I'd say he did good. He didn't get any sacks, but I mean, they didn't run towards him one time. Like that's a pretty good impression to have. He made a lot of big plays. I thought he destroyed Justin Fields before the cameraman didn't realize that Justin Fields gave it away. So we all thought that he got the biggest sack ever, but no, it was just a handoff. Jalen Ramsey played great. I was surprised. I will say I was surprised. I did not think Ramsey was going to be like that much different than Minka, to be honest, or just like that much more impactful than Minka. He was pretty impactful that game. He won us that game in multiple different ways. DK Metcalf looked pretty good. I mean, he had Sauce Gardner, so it's kind of hard to get receptions on him, but he still got 4 very good ones, especially that one where he was on the ground. That was pretty I can't believe he caught that. Johnny Smith played good for being a tight end on the Steelers. You don't really get used at all. It's basically like a bench warmer position at this point. We have a lot of good areas. Defense is the most concerned thing I'm about, but our defense tends to start off a little slow and then heat up pretty good for a little bit there and then kind of slow back down at the end, it seems like. But I'd say overall I was pretty excited, and I think we're going to win this game. I think this will be easier than the Jets.
I don't want to hear a single Steelers fan say that the Steelers have the best defense in the NFL anymore. The Broncos proved my point yet again. The Steelers have nowhere near a top 3 defense in the NFL. That run defense specifically. Let's just talk. Pass defense, pass blocking, amazing. Jalen Ramsey, phenomenal. TJ Watt, exceptionally well. This running defense cannot stop anything. You're telling me the New York Jets, who was ranked 24th, 32, and 31 last year in all 3 rushing statistical categories, could not stop Breece Hall and this New York Jets team, who, keep in mind, LK, Elijah Vera Tucker's done for the year. That's like the big show on your offensive line. That's a big man right there that you have to block. Jets run practice squad players and backups already because of that bad offensive line. I was very disappointed. Very disappointed. I'm so glad you brought up Cam Hayward. I'm so glad you brought up Cam Hayward. How are you going to demand this much money and then go out there and have that kind of performance? It's atrocious. It's egregious. It needs to be settled right now. I will say, though, 4 passing touchdowns for Aaron Rodgers. I mean, are we really surprised? This is the Rodgers masterclass right here. Rodgers wants to come out hot and come out swinging, come out guns a-blazing. And I believe he's going to do the same thing against Seattle. This is such a 50-50 game because Sam Darnold actually looked pretty solid in his Seahawks debut. There were times there were some throws that were questionable. But what it's going to come down to is, can you run the ball and can you stop the run? Well, guess what? Okay. Seattle can run the ball. Pittsburgh cannot. Seattle can stop the run. Pittsburgh cannot. You see why I want to pick the Seahawks here. You really see why I want to pick Seattle in this opening contest. But I'm not actually. I'm going to pick the Pittsburgh Steelers. I believe TJ Watt is going to get in Sam Darnold's head. Sam Darnold is known for going up against star defensive players and struggling. He struggled against Aiden Hutchinson. He struggled against Myles Garrett. He struggled against Max Crosby a lot. Max Crosby was in his head the entire time the Raiders played him last. I believe TJ Watt's going to get in the head of Sam Darnold, and it's going to cost him this game. TJ Watt actually looked really good week 1. Nowhere near Defensive Player of the Year good, but he looked pretty solid in his opening contest. I got to give credit where credit is due. Give me the Steelers, though. I'll take Pittsburgh.
I will say there's 2 things I forgot about. Number 1, Broderick Jones, you suck. And number 2, Connor Hayward, you also suck. You both suck. I hate both of you with a passion.
Damn.
I've never liked Connor Hayward. We only drafted him because of his last name.
Channel in your inner wrestling promo real quick. Take a look at the camera. Do a little shoot on them real fast.
Connor Hayward, you are only here because of your last name. You are the Bronny James of the NFL. You would be on no one's practice squad if it wasn't for Cam Hayward. And Broderick Jones, how is it that hard? I could be a better lineman. Okay? It's not that hard. You sit there and watch people run past you. We have a 41-year-old quarterback, and you're acting like we have prime Tom Brady, who's ready to, prime Ben Roethlisberger, actually, who's ready to throw some guy over his shoulders and do like a suplex on him for fun.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I add on to your promo a little bit? This is to what, bro?
Yeah, we're like a tag team. We're like a tag team now. I tagged you in.
Well, let me tell you something, Broderick Jones and Connor Hayward. If you're going to sit up here and take shots at my man LK, I'm going to have to put you in your place real quick. See, Broderick Jones, you could not even protect Aaron Rodgers, that bad man that we all know is going to have great games this year for the Steelers. And Connor Hayward, I just got to ask you real quick. You're the tight end of this Pittsburgh Steelers team. Well, so is Pat Freiermuth. So is Jonnu Smith. And I'll tell you right now, Lucas Kuhns, he may only live on ham and cheese sandwiches, but don't let that fool you from the fact that he will go out there, put on them helmets, put on them pads, and block for a future first ballot Hall of Famer. Here we go, Steelers. Let's hope.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not bad.
We're a good tag team.
We're a good tag team. What is our tag team name? You and Nick is new management. Steel City, I guess you can say we're the commuters over at the Steel City Commuters podcast. We just can't say 2 Jagoffs because like my dad's also
like a whole team.
Yeah, we're a team. Don't look at your choice for an example.
Well, I mean, they're the 4 Horsemen, so like they.
Yeah, how do they have a name and we don't?
They got a team name and we don't.
Bro, we've been friends for years. How do we not have a name? What was our tag team name when we were kids? Do we even have one?
We had one.
We were just Austin and Lucas.
We were just Austin and Lucas.
Oh, we're just Austin and Lucas.
I'm trying to. Wow, that's like hard. We'll come back to this. We'll think about it. We'll have them by the end of the episode.
We'll come back to this. I will say, I do apologize, too, if I seem a little off right now. I don't know if you know or not.
I know.
You know.
Yeah.
If to fill you all in on what we're talking about, I apologize. Again, if I seem off this episode, if I'm a little crazy. Some guy named John from 880 Wrestling, I invited him on the podcast. I'm hoping he answers. Who knows if he's going to come on or not. I called him out in our video. Did you drop something?
No.
Why are you looking over there? What'd you do? You dropped your pen. Oh, he broke the cardinal rule. That's bad. That's a sin right there. You're gonna
now every pick we've done so far is wrong.
I know.
On both sheets, like you pick like Miami and I pick New England. They're both losing. It's a draw.
Bro, like like when you spill the salt shaker, you have to pick up the salt and throw it over your shoulder. You gotta do the same thing with your pen. You gotta throw it over your shoulder. You never knew that? No. I mean, that's one way to do it. Now you gotta pick it up again.
Oh,
well, that's a double downer.
Well, I threw it over my shoulder. That's
I got you.
Counteract. This is like, oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. All these cords. I got my phone plugged in. My goodness. All right, let's talk about our last 1 o'clock game. So, screw you, some guy named John. Anyway, let's talk about our last 1 o'clock game. We got the LA Rams taking on the Tennessee Titans. I'm not going to lie to you. I was impressed with Cam Ward, but it's going to be the same story of Joe Burrow, same story of Caleb Williams, same story of every rookie quarterback drafted to a bad team. He does not have an offensive line to protect from. It's going to be a couple of years until we can actually confidently say that Cam Ward belongs in this league or not. Jaden Daniels was drafted to a blessing spot. He actually had an offensive line, and now is an even better offensive line in front of him. But it took years for quarterbacks. I mean, look at Justin Herbert. Look how long it took him until he got Joe Alt. It's going to take years for you to get that bona fide star within your offensive line. So I'm going to take the Rams. Rams looked good. I'm still concerned about Stafford's back. I know I made a big deal about it last week. I'm going to continue to do so, but that offense is incredible. Sean McVay is an amazing coach. They did struggle quite a bit, though, against them Houston Texans. I was really surprised by how low scoring that game was, but I'm still going to go with the Rams.
Yeah, I figured they were going to win last week. I said, and your dad stared daggers into me, but I was standing my ground. I had the high ground, Anakin.
What?
I think they're going to win again. Honestly, I think this is an easier matchup. Tennessee didn't look great, to be honest. There's not much to work with there, and everyone's going to overshadow Cam Ward so quickly this season. And it's not his fault. The team just sucks. So I'm picking the Rams.
We have our first of 2 4:05 games, and it is a sleeper. Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. I will say Kyler Murray did a solid job at protecting the football, which was one of my big issues with him last season. Anytime Murray would have the football and would backpedal back and take a sack, it would result in a fumble half of the time. The couple of times that he was sacked in this game, though, he actually held on to the football, so I was very surprised with it. Marvin Harrison Jr. looked amazing. Trey McBride continued to showcase why he is the best tight end in football. And James Conner ran fierce and ran angry. I don't believe the Cardinals are going to be anywhere near spectacular this year. I could see them easily dropping this game to the Panthers because it's just going to take one snap for Bryce Young to get it in gear. But this Panthers team looked pretty bad against the Jaguars. So I'm actually going to pick the Arizona Cardinals. I'm more confident than I was in them last week just because the Panthers, man, I mean, getting rid of Adam Thielen was the worst move they could have done. If Thielen was still around and Bryce Young had that security blanket, I might go with them, but I'm going to go with the Cardinals here.
Yeah, I was actually a little worried for your Cardinals there for a while because I kept looking at the score.
I was watching.
It was like 2013. It was 20-13 for so long, and I was like, oh my God, all New Orleans has to do is score one touchdown. But I mean, it's New Orleans. Score a touchdown. I don't even think they've ever done that before. I'm not confident in Carolina. I'm nowhere near as confident in Bryce Young as you were coming into the season, and I'm still not. He hasn't given me a reason to be confident in him, so I'm choosing Arizona, especially since they're at home. At home takes a lot of bias for me.
All right, we have our second 4:05 game. We got the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. The Broncos pulled away with a Week 1 victory. The Indianapolis Colts, on the other hand, they beat the ever-living dog shit out of the Miami Dolphins. I mean, that's the only way that we can put it, Lucas. I mean, seriously, this Colts team looked phenomenal. Daniel Jones. Who is this? Joe Montana? Tom Brady?
Eli Manning?
Not Eli Manning.
Tom Brady's better than Eli Manning.
Tom Brady is, well, Eli Manning beat him in 2 Super Bowls, but that's neither here nor there.
That's true.
Eli Manning's the only one that actually had Tom Brady's number, so it's debatable. Sorry, Giants fans. And Daniel Jones also beat out Eli Manning, so.
The fact that we just compared Daniel Jones to Tom Brady, we should just probably quit the podcast.
We probably should.
Yeah, this is our last episode. It was nice seeing you all here. Sorry we got to cut this
yes,
short.
I don't got to deal with some guy named John. Let's go. Anyway, I'm picking the Broncos. Got the best defense in football. Enough said.
I really don't know who I want to choose here. I really want to choose Indianapolis over Denver. I'm the number one guy to say that Denver is a dark horse team going into this series. Or the season. I don't know what's the series. Season. Both start with an S as well.
Hockey's starting soon. You can wait.
All right, guys. And the Denver Penguins versus the Indianapolis Blue Jackets. Here we go.
Atlanta might get a team soon. Atlanta Thrashers coming back? Question mark. That'd be cool.
We gotta get some more football teams. There's always so many hockey teams coming in. We need some more football teams.
That's what I'm saying.
The thing with football, though, is like you have to add 4 teams at a time. You can't just add 1.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta add 4. Wait, or do you have to add 8?
What would be the 4 cities?
Because you have to keep the divisions even. So you actually have to add 8 teams at one time.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, it makes more sense why they're not doing that.
Yeah, makes sense.
8 more teams. They'd have to increase the number of games per season, too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways. Sorry, I'd never thought about that before. That they'd have to add 8 teams at once.
Yeah, maybe 32 is the sweet number.
Now, they'll get more eventually, probably, knowing the NFL. They want more money. Come on now. I'm going to choose Denver, but honestly, I'm probably going to be mad at myself that I didn't choose Indianapolis. I'm going to be honest. I could very well see them winning at home. I don't know if game 1 was a fluke or not. If it wasn't a fluke, Denver should not be looking over this game at all because they're going to come out firing if it wasn't a fluke game.
It is now time we get into the Super Bowl rematch, the standalone 425 game for a reason. The reigning defending Super Bowl champion, the reigning, sorry, Paul Heyman, the reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the former reigning, defending Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, Lucas. The Eagles did not look as good as I wanted them to look. Jalen Carter had an incident before the drive even started. The game began. It was after the initial kickoff. Jalen Carter got in the face of Dak Prescott and spit on him. Now, there's other videos of Dak Prescott spitting as well. Dak claims in the press conference that he was just spitting in the general direction of Jalen Carter, not actually at Carter. That's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, Carter got in trouble, got fined, got suspended, got whatnot. Here's my biggest issue with Philadelphia. That was your best defensive player. Easily. Jalen Carter is the best defensive player on this team, and you lost him before your first drive, before the first drive of the game. That's worrisome for me going into this game. The Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver room is beat up to no avail. I mean, the injuries, the suspensions, the just lack of players they have.
Travis Kelce killing his own receiver.
It's tough times right now in Kansas City. But I personally believe at home in Arrowhead Stadium, the Chiefs are hungry. They lost last Friday to the LA Chargers in bad fashion. Justin Herbert looked really good, and we'll talk more about Herbert when we get to him. I'm going to go with the Chiefs at home. I don't believe it would be the same result if this was a Super Bowl again, but you got to think about the Kansas City Chiefs for a second. They're 0-2 in the last 2 games they played. One of them being to the Eagles in the Super Bowl last year. The other being to the Chargers in Week 1, who is quite literally their division rival. So that Chiefs hat that's right there on that table, I'm unceremoniously putting it on and picking the Chiefs to get their first win. It's going to be an uphill battle. I got the Chiefs in the end. And I know, Dad, you'll be proud of me. I know you're listening at home.
I'm going to pick the Eagles. Clark will be back.
Carter,
sorry.
I'm about to say Kenny Clark's on the Eagles now?
No, I'm like, sorry. He'll be back. He's not getting suspended. Just has to pay like pennies in his net worth. Kansas City killed their best receiver at the moment. Travis Kelce killed him. You know, he was a little Joseph Taylor Swift talking good about him. So he killed him. That was a joke. Don't kill me. As much as it's hard to bet against Mahomes, as you always love to say, he has nothing to work with.
Exactly, Lucas, but that's the thing. He has nothing to work with. We've seen him work with nothing before, and guess what? He's won Super Bowls without nothing.
He has like negative nothing.
Okay, he's won with negative nothing. He's won with negative nothing.
I don't think he's ever been this negative nothing.
What are you drinking in your Gatorade bottle?
Like 2 quarts of cocaine and a couple glasses of wine.
What are you actually drinking in there?
Water.
Water? Do you mind if I Gannon real quick? My Coke's all the way over there, and I'm losing my voice.
Oh my God.
I'll just do a quick Gannon.
Do you want to like Gannon for you?
No, I'll Gannon.
Okay. Don't spoil yourself.
I'm not.
You look really stupid. You
Like a newborn. I need a little more.
don't spoil yourself this time. There you go. Good job.
There you go.
You did get a little bit on yourself though.
Oh, it's the dry fit kind where it doesn't stain.
You got on like your shirt too though, I think. Yeah, probably good enough.
Whatever, screw Virginia Tech anyway. They're the hoopies.
Yeah, why are you wearing that?
I got it at Ross for $5. Anyway.
Pitt fan.
I wore an Arizona State shirt last week. And no, it was yesterday in the Robbie interview. Anyway, thank you very much. My voice, I was starting to lose my voice there for a second. I'm not Gannon Jones Jr., but I am picking the Kansas City Chiefs. There you go. We just saw him at Point Park recently. That was cool.
We did. We literally were just walking back to class and we look over. Hey, Gannon.
Yeah, I was like, hey,
literally walking towards us with the umbrella looking fly as ever because he works at a bank.
it was in a 3-piece white suit.
It was gray.
Was it gray? I thought it was white.
Gray. It was like a lighter gray, but it was gray.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Again, you look fly as hell in that suit. Dude. You look fly as hell, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Even the umbrella matches suit. Like, bro's just trying too hard to look fly.
Even the glasses.
Dude, his I'm not gonna lie. I hate glasses. I actually have glasses I don't wear. I would wear those glasses. They are clean, bro. I mean, they probably cost like $200 or something like that. But those are clean glasses. So he wore them on the interview, and I was like, I want those. I want those.
You're like looking again. You're like, bro, I'm gonna steal those glasses.
Bro, I was like, what was it like?
I see you slowly turning in the Gannon now. I mean, you got the bottle. Next week you're gonna have the glasses.
I'm gonna come in here with Gannon's glass. I'm actually gonna go to the bank, request to speak with my financial advisor, Gannon Jones Jr., and he's gonna be like, "Oh, what's up?" And I'm gonna be like, "What brand are those?" And I'm gonna find the closest off-brand I can possibly find.
Oh, that's hilarious. So you're picking Eagles?
I'm picking the Eagles.
All right. And
How
I'm
do I
picking
get water on my paper?
I'm sorry.
Right over Kansas City.
I didn't even get it on mine.
That's a sign not to pick Kansas City,
Okay.
or it's a sign to pick Kansas City. I don't know.
Well, we got an interesting Sunday night football game. The Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. And I got to give both quarterbacks credit where credit is due. Don't boo the Falcons. Michael Penix Jr. in a 23-20 loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers looked good. Amazing 2-minute drill. He put together a 2-minute drill. And again, this is where it comes down to. Can you close off and can you win games? He won that game for the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons won. The reason why the Falcons have O in their category and the reason why the Buccaneers have a 1 in their category is for the simple fact that the Falcons couldn't kick a field goal to win the game. Younghoe Koo missed the last field goal, which would have tied up the game and sent it to overtime.
Surprised he still has a job.
I'm surprised too. Well,
It seems like a common tradition right now. Like, how do these kickers still have their job?
Younghoe
That's why I'm blessed to have Boswell.
And Chase McLaughlin also missed a field goal early on in that game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which surprises me because they still ended up winning this game. So here's what I'm going to say about the Falcons in this game against the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy was a beast in the fourth quarter, but those first 3 quarters were concerning. Now, again, I expected it. I don't expect McCarthy to come out swinging because, again, he didn't play it all his rookie year.
This basically is his rookie year.
This basically is his rookie season. I mean, if we're talking NBA terms, this is his rookie year. But I'm going to actually go with the Atlanta Falcons. Will the Falcons curse lives on? Who knows? I know the Vikings and Kirk Cousins, when he was around, they had a bit of a curse where you couldn't win on a primetime game. I don't know if that's going to linger to J.J. McCarthy or not, but I have a feeling that no one's going to be doing the school chants in Minnesota this weekend. I have a feeling we're going to be looking at Michael Penix Jr. and be like, wait a minute, is he going to be up there as a possible comeback player of the year? It's certainly going to be an option.
I'm going to play devil's advocate and take Minnesota here. I love Justin Jefferson. J.J. McCarthy, I don't think he's going to play as bad as he did last week. That was his first ever NFL game. Kid was probably scared. He just came off of an injury before he even got into the season last year. Mm-hmm. His expectations are so high because he has the best wide receiver. Mm-hmm. There's a lot pressuring on it. He's going to slowly get more comfortable. I'm not saying this is going to be a good team, but he's slowly going to get more comfortable to the point where he can at least compete. And I think this is going to be one of those games where if you lose it, you're going to struggle the rest of the season if you can't put up something. Or at least, and if they do lose, it's got to be like a field goal game or something like that. Like, he's got to play a good game this game.
And I'm not mad at that take either because, again, Minnesota is the quarterback hotspot. If I'm a quarterback entering the NFL, there's 2 teams I want to go to, Philadelphia and Minnesota. Minnesota is the most quarterback-friendly team. They got an underrated defense that can stop the run, stop the pass game. They got an all-star receiver, an amazing receiver, and Justin Jefferson. You got a solid running back room. You've got a great tight end. I mean, this is TJ Hawkinson. This is a great team. When I look at the Falcons, I see potential. Kyle Pitts has potential. Drake London, even though he was hurt.
Fantasy legend Kyle Pitts mentioned.
Has potential. Bijan Robinson is incredible. Let's not forget that. Bijan Robinson was running like the rent was due in that game. John. My goodness, yes. Hey, some guy named John, rent's due, pal. Come on this podcast.
Sit right here.
Do you hear me, damn it? Come on this podcast. I'm sorry, Lucas. I'm a little angry right now. I just gotta...
Jeez, I was like, put my hands up and
my bad. No, I'm sorry. Here, I got you.
Thanks.
You see what you made me do, damn it?
Made you do?
No, I'm talking to John.
Oh, yeah.
See what you made him do? Go back to shoe shining Ferret Boys cleats while you're at it.
Ooh, roast. I cannot wait to see Dumb and Dumber fight.
That's tonight.
That is tonight.
Thursday night fights.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb versus dumber. Dumb versus dummy.
Who's dumber than dumb?
Dumb versus dumbass. Dumbass versus dumbass. That's what this is.
You hit him with a dumbass.
Effing dumbing. I can't say that word, though.
I mean, you could. It's been said before over brick roads. Brick road, brick road, brick road, brick road. Brick road.
This is for you, John. Anyway. Let's get... Oh, yeah. Hey.
Globby just flipped you off, John.
Oh. Globby said, fuck you, John.
Ooh, Globby no Robbie. Ooh.
Ooh. I said it once. I'll give you a free pass, too. It's whatever.
Yeah, fuck you, John.
First F-bombs in the media hub. It feels good to say it, actually. I feel alive.
Yeah, Versailles and Bernie are both outside that door listening in. So there goes our scholarships and tuition and everything pretty much because we're gone. Can this? Shut up.
Gator Ball's yelling at you.
It is. It's because we just cussed out in the media.
It's like he said a no word.
He said it. He said the word. Yeah.
I'm telling.
Oh, I'm telling. No, please. Can I go to the bathroom? Sorry.
Dude, Kevin used to do that shit to me in high school. It used to piss me off so bad.
I was like, please stop. Bro, someone did that to me before. I was ready to throw hands, bro. I was ready to throw hands at recess.
He smacks me in the back of the neck. So the one time, I just full on went like that to him and knocked his glasses off. And he looked at me and he put his glasses on and went. And he's staring at me. And the teacher called on him. And they're like, yes, Kevin. And he turns his head. He's like, can I please use the bathroom real quick? And he gets up and he's coming out of the room. And he's like flipping me off. I'm like, you
were shitting bricks.
I was. It was bad.
You thought you were cooked.
I was cooked, I thought. I'm sitting there. I mean,
You were about to cry.
This is the same classroom that Kevin took a pencil sharpener from. So, I mean, like, I wasn't really worried.
Like a whole pencil sharpener?
You know, like the old ones that they have on the wall that you like crank?
He took that?
Yeah, so Kevin's standing up front. Okay, this is a funny story. So Kevin's standing.
Kevin.
Here's your weekly Kevin story. Kevin's standing in front.
God.
You drop your paper.
I just can't hold anything.
He's doing the pencil sharpener. We're standing by the door before we leave. And this was a co-taught class, co-taught English class. Shout out to Miss Ank and Miss Mitchell. Yes, I'm going to name drop now because we've been graduating for 3 years. And oh God, yeah, he's doing the thing. Kevin decides it would be a funny idea to literally take the pencil sharpener off the wall. And for some reason, this pencil sharpener would not come off. So the next day, Kevin brings in his entire toolbox. And he was disassembling a lot. He took a whole weight from the weight room too that day. And he puts the screwdriver up.
He took a whole weight from the weight room?
I'll get to that. Okay. He's unscrewing the pencil sharpener. The one co-taught teacher is trying to talk to Kevin, and the one, I forget the kid's name, but the one kid's actually blocking Kevin. And he's blocking Kevin like this so the teacher doesn't see. And for some reason, the teacher just was having a whole conversation with Kevin while he's unscrewing this on the wall, thinking he's sharpening his pencil, but he was really taking it. Puts it in his jacket, and he leaves. Later on that day, he shows me a 10-pound weight, which he still has proudly at his house, from the weight room of the gym, where he quite literally unscrewed it. So there's one weight machine in the gym that is forever off 10 pounds because of Kevin.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Meme, sticker, clip that. You know what to do in post.
Mr. Jack D.
Move that mic away. My God. Feedback.
Mr. Jack D.
There you go. Okay. Do we want to do the last two games?
I guess I should get back. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you could do the last two games like that if you really wanted to. All right, Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Houston Texans. Lucas's two new favorite teams. You got Baker Mayfield and C.J. Stroud on our Monday night doubleheader. I will be watching Raw. AJ Lee recently returned. I will be crying and skipping in my living room to Let's Light It Up during this game.
Let's light it up.
Actually, not during this game. This game's at 7 o'clock. That's a banger theme. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
I had that in my gym playlist for a while. Anyway, I don't go to the gym anymore for obvious reasons. Look at me. I'm built like a twig. Come on now, y'all. You think I go to the gym? Hell no. Tampa Bay's going to win this game. Sorry to break it to you, Lucas. I know they got Nico Collins back. I know they got Joe Mixon. I know they got Nick Chubb. But at the end of the day, this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team just fires on all cylinders. How did the Buccaneers get yet another amazing first ballot future Hall of Fame wide receiver in Emike Ibuka? I may be overreacting saying he's Hall of Famer, but this dude had 2 touchdowns in his first ever game as a rookie. Mike Evans, when he retires, this team is going to be just fine. They found their new wide receiver 1 after Evans calls it quits. This is an unfair team. I said this was the team that was going to give Philly a run for its money, and I stand on that. Give me the Bucks.
I'm going to pick Houston.
What?
I'm going to pick Houston.
Huh?
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 Who? Houston?
Houston?
Oh, my God. Houston, we have a problem. What makes you pick the Texans here?
They got Nico back. They got Joe Mixon. They're at home. I think it's going to be a very close game. I honestly think that Baker Mayfield's going to make a stupid pass towards the end of the game. He's known for making some very questionable passes, and I think that it's going to cost him in this game. I
feel like Antoine Winfield and Kalijah Kancey and the rest of this amazing Tampa Bay defense is going to give him a hard time.
I think it's going to be a very close game. I think it's going to be a one-score game.
Are we going to forget that the Houston Texans don't have an offensive line? Are we just going to forget that?
I mean, neither do the Steelers, but they still won.
I mean, neither does the Jets, but come on.
They got a better offensive line.
All right. I guess that's the one we'll disagree on.
We disagree on another one.
Last game we got. I don't know why I did that. LA Chargers, Las Vegas Raiders. I want to know who you got in this game, Lucas. This is going to be a close one.
I got the Chargers.
Okay. Don't tell Jake.
Your dad disrespected them very highly last week, and I was not ready for that disrespect. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Sticker, meme. Well, actually, Jack just actually clip the part where the mic's just slowly falling, where he's just staring at it. That was actually pretty funny.
Hey, can you put a picture of Matt Hardy up on the screen?
Can you put a picture of Matt Hardy up on the screen, like right in the middle of the screen? Oh my God, there's Matt Hardy. Hi, Matt Hardy. I see it. Matt Hardy's right there. That's crazy. We haven't done that in a while. Hi, Matt Hardy. He's like right there. Like, do you see him like right there?
I see Matt Hardy.
Oh, Matt Hardy's like right there. I think it's
Matt Hardy's off the screen now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's gone now. We're back. We're up on the screen now. Look at that.
Oh, hi.
We disappeared. We say his name and he appears. It's like Joe Hendry. Dang.
Joe Hendry actually is appearing like a lot. I've seen a lot of clips of Joe Hendry just like appearing.
Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah.
You look like Wes Barkley.
Yeah,
like
this
right
is actually quite uncomfortable.
How about you sit back up for this last game?
Nah, no, I got this. I think it's gonna be a close game. 10 p.m.
Yes.
God.
No, it's like NHL
Jeez.
Western time.
I will not be watching this game. I'll be sleeping before it's over.
I'll still be watching Raw. And still be skipping in my living room. The AJ Lee, let's light it up.
It might be on. So I go to bed around like midnight. Do you think I'll be over by midnight?
No, probably like 12:30, 1 a.m.
Yeah, I'll probably be sleeping then. I think Las Vegas played good. I'm surprised that they won. But I think the Chargers should win here. And I don't know. This might be one of those games that the Chargers kind of overlook and lose because of that. But I don't know. I like the Chargers better than the Raiders.
The collapse of the Raiders begin this week. They are going to lose to the LA Chargers. Give me Justin Herbert. Give me my man Omarion Hampton, who did make a stupid move, but I love what Jim Harbaugh did in his press conference. Again, taking ownership, saying, hey, we should have relayed that back to our rookies, to our young running back room on what to properly do. I'm very glad that Jim Harbaugh did that because, again, that just shows that coaching goes a long way, and that just shows that Jim Harbaugh really cares about his players and wants nothing but the best for his team and for his teammates. Damn it, are you okay over there?
Maybe. I'd like get back up and like remove everything. I'd like completely like change like the microphone setup and stuff.
Okay. But I also agree with Lucas. I am picking the Los Angeles Chargers to defeat the Las Vegas.
We gotta do the total points.
We don't ever do that on here.
Games.
We don't ever do that on here.
But there's 2 games.
There is 2 games.
So what's your points?
I don't know. I didn't think about that yet.
You gotta think about it, right?
All right, 105.
On the spot.
105.
105?
105.
I'm doing 106.
Asshole.
106. What's my name?
What's your name?
Wait, we gotta think of the team name and put that there. The Committee of Chaos.
No.
Because this episode is chaotic.
This episode is pretty chaotic.
The Committee of Chaos. That can be our team.
Chaotic crew. I don't know.
The Committee of Chaos sounds way cooler than the Chaotic Crew.
All right, the Community of Chaos.
The community is committee.
Oh, committee? Oh.
How do you spell committee?
I don't know. I'm at the Carlington, bro.
COMMITTE.
Oh, we need Microsoft Copilot to help us out here.
Chaos. Total correction. Like 16.
I don't know. Well, I do want to end this episode off by asking you this, Lucas. You got called out on a sideline. It hasn't came out yet, but not actually on the episode itself. But
who called me out?
I on your sideline. Good old Matt Palangi. Said,
Matt, you're a Dallas fan. You suck.
Well, I actually called you out in a good way.
Oh, sorry, Matt. Your team's pretty good. I voted for them this week.
Matt Palangi has requested new management at sideline. He wants Lucas Kuhns and Nicholas Brown to make at least one appearance.
He just wants me because of how cool of a high school student I was. He was like, oh, don't worry, we'll teach you everything. I'm like, dude, I did this all in high school.
Well, show up. Back it up then.
Yeah, they do it at like the most inconvenient time and day for me.
It's Tuesday nights.
I'm a commuter.
I am too.
I don't live at the bus stop.
I do. I actually live like 2 minutes from the bus stop.
I live 15 minutes away.
Okay, cool.
With no car because my Carrie kind of.
All right, well, get your driver's license.
Carrie kind of screwed some up with scheduling, and we had to reschedule for a month later.
Again?
No, like the original time. I told you about that.
Okay.
Yeah, she told me the wrong date. I'm not gonna have anywhere. See, it's a good thing he's taking me to Lawrence.
I missed my entire mouth.
Jack! Clip it, Jack! Clip it! Clip
Damn,
it,
you made a
clip
mess!
It, clip it! Clip it!
I'm not gonna lie. That actually felt so good. I'm sweating bullets over here, and that just woke me up. I'm actually tempted to dump the whole thing on. If we were at the home studio, I would. Because I have nowhere else to be. I got water in my eye, Lucas. This isn't funny. I gotta watch that back. That probably looks so bad. Like I was struggling. I was like squeezing. I'm not gonna do it again. I was like, I was trying to get it out. It was not coming out. Pause. But well, when you have it 3 centimeters away from your mouth, obviously it's gonna not look good.
Yum yum. Yum. Yum yum.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in.
This is the Committee of Chaos.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to yet another episode of Two Jagoffs. Some guy named John. I'm expecting a response sometime before this Sunday. I called you out in the promo. I didn't do the clap and the whole shebang. I didn't even let Lucas. Lucas wasn't even in the mood to beat me up this week. That's how serious this has gotten between new management, old management, and corrupt management. So I expect a response in the next couple of days.
Jays.
John.
You got a pair of J's on? J's on. Days John. J's on. It's Globby, not Robbie. That's his catchphrase, by the way. It's Globby, not Robbie.
Are you on my side or not?
Of course I am.
Okay, then help.
John, all I want to say is that you said online, I'm pretty sure at least, don't quote me on this, but quote me on this at the same time. You said that's pretty hard to run like management and stuff like that. Me and Nick have been doing just fine as new management, buddy. I think you're just bad at what you do. I mean, McDonald's is hiring. I mean, just don't forget to give Austin a straw.
Some McDonald's fryer named John.
John, put the fries in the bag.
Put the
fries in the bag, John.
Put the fries in some bag, John.
Put that straw in that bag, John. Put the burger, John.
some burger flipper named John.
Burger flipper, John.
Some burger flipper, John.
Kids meal packer, John.
Happy Meal, John. Anyway, I do have one last big announcement I would like to make before this episode goes off the rails. Ladies and gentlemen, returning this Monday from 4 to 5.
It's me.
That's not you. From 4 to 5. I'm gonna clip this actually. Let's restart that. I'm gonna clip this later.
I'll be quiet.
I gotta look good. Thank
like
you.
5
sir.
seconds.
5 seconds. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this Monday, yeah, that's right, from 4 to 5 every single Monday on WPPJ Radio. It just completely ruined my shot. Can you please give me 5 seconds?
Okay, I gave you 5.
From 4 to 5 every Monday on WPPJ Radio. Make sure you tune into the Austin Cairns Show for season 3. That's right, my radio show got renewed, and I'm excited to bring you all the sports, news, political, and daily headlines that's going on in the world today. I'm excited for it. Make sure you tune in. You can listen on WPPJ 670 AM station in the car or download the TuneIn app. It is free. I can't wait to see you all there. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great, great time. Anyway, there, Lucas, do you have any final words for the listeners of Two Jagoffs before we wrap things up? Hopefully go grab something to eat because I'm hungry and go edit this episode.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sorry, gotta like reset this.
Any final words?
Okay, I'm just gonna hold it actually. No, that was a great episode. Sucks your dad couldn't be here, but at the same time we had a lot of fun with it. So I think that makes up for not having the third person ears, having fun with it.
Took a bath too on the episode.
Maybe you can wash that bird poop off.
You're so funny. This guy got jokes now. This guy got jokes. I got shit on by a bird yesterday. Thanks, Lucas. Thanks for the observation.
You're welcome. I'm glad we got a team in now. Committee of Chaos. Pretty cool like that. 4 horsemen and their toy. So it's like the 5 horsemen, but that's not actually like a person. That's just like a toy that they play with. Like, look at him. Look at him go. I'll give Steve the pen back. Don't y'all worry. He'll be holding it at the beginning of the next episode. You'll see me grab it off of him if you look. Gotta give Austin my paper now. There you go. Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Probably gotta help clean up because this guy wouldn't know cleaning if it smacked him in the face. He thinks that taking a bath is spraying yourself in the face with water because you moved your mouth.
You're done with your
Okay.
outro. You're
Thanks.
done.
I was seeing how long you'd let me go before you said something. It was pretty hard to think of something to say actually.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you all so much for listening. We do appreciate it. Weekly predictions will continue to come out every single week. Weekly interviews will continue every single Sunday, and I'm hoping, praying, that some guy named John answers the challenge. We'll just have to wait and see. Love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.